Is the Metro Police Department following the rules when it comes to disciplining problem officers?
A top state official says no. This comes after a News Channel 5 investigation discovered more than 36 Metro officers were allowed to leave the department in good standing despite facing serious disciplinary charges. Our investigative reporter Jennifer Kraus first uncovered these problems. What does the police chief say about all this?
Well, Roy, Chief Anderson admits the police department has made reporting mistakes, but he makes no apologies for the deals he's made with these officers. This grainy surveillance video shows Metro Police Officer Chad Naggs in November of 2013 repeatedly kneeing a handcuffed suspect in a wheelchair. An internal affairs investigation found Naggs was abusive and used unnecessary force. The case was referred to the district attorney's office and Naggs was charged with assault. But the Metro Police Department did not fire Naggs. Instead, they let him take a 30-day suspension and then resign in good standing. And our investigation found this is common practice with Metro Police. In many cases, these are officers facing termination, and you're letting them leave the department in good standing.
Exactly.
Metro Police Chief Steve Anderson admits it's not always an easy decision, but he says it is the easiest way to ensure an officer is off the force.
What I am concerned about is the Civil Service Commission telling me, take this officer back, put them on the street, and let them serve the citizens of Nashville.
But in the last 5 years, our investigation found 43 officers have left the Metro Police Department this way. Officers we discovered who had been charged with DUI and violating the implied consent law. There was an officer who showed up to work drunk, one who had an ongoing sexual relationship with a confidential informant. Another had sex while working a police-sanctioned security job. One officer tried to get drug charges against his wife dropped, and another officer hit and injured a pedestrian with his patrol car and reportedly fled the scene. Some of these are pretty serious.
Oh, yes.
You didn't want these officers on your force?
I did not.
Do you think another police department would want these officers on their force?
They should not.
But just weeks after Chad Naggs left the Metro Police Force, he was hired by the Spring Hill Police Department, who evidently had no idea of the trouble he'd been in.
That's concerning.
Brian Grisham heads up Tennessee's POST, or Peace Officers Standards and Training Commission, the state board that certifies all full-time law enforcement officers in Tennessee. It's a license to be a police officer.
It is.
POST rules require police departments to report any officer who's suspended for 15 days or longer, resigns in lieu of termination, or is fired for disciplinary reasons.
The most important reason is to keep them from going to another department and creating the same issue.
But we found the Metro Police Department failed to accurately report all of these officers, who in many cases resigned facing termination, according to their personnel records. The chief, though, insists on calling it something else.
They did not resign in lieu of termination. They resigned in a settlement agreement.
Metro's top cop maintains that because of these settlement agreements, the officers left in good standing, so the department did not have to report the officers' disciplinary problems. Instead, we found Metro simply told POST the officers had resigned or resigned for personal reasons. If you get notification that someone resigned for personal reasons, what does that tell you?
We take it for its face.
And you don't investigate?
That's not a disciplinary matter.
And so it goes no further?
Right.
Which means the Post Commission never had any reason to consider revoking the certificates of any of these officers, including Chad Naggs, the officer charged with assaulting the handcuffed man in the wheelchair. It appears that the Post Commission has decertified people for far less.
Yes.
Even though Metro did not report their resignations, Post rules still required Metro to report the 30-day suspensions for all 43 officers, something we discovered Metro failed to do.
So whether that was a breakdown in the system, whether it was negligence, whether it was something else, at this time I don't know. I'm having that looked at.
The chief tells News Channel 5 investigates that from now on, every suspension 6 days or longer will be reported, and Metro will leave it up to Post to investigate. But Anderson says the Metro Police Department will continue to offer settlement agreements, even if they allow officers to get police jobs elsewhere.
And while I would like to take care of the whole world, I can't. It is my responsibility to take care of Nashville.
Don't you think the people living outside of Nashville will take exception to this?
Well, and that very well may be the case. And before anyone hires anyone, I would suggest that they check out where they've worked.
But we found the Spring Hill Police Department did check out Chad Naggs' personnel file at Metro before they hired him. The problem was none of the reports on why he left the department was in there. And his, our investigation revealed, wasn't the only file missing disciplinary reports.
That's an error on our part. Those should be in there.
The chief says record-keeping mistakes have been made and will be fixed, but he stands by Metro's policy that allows officers to do something like this and leave the department as if nothing happened.
This is an arrangement I am not happy with, but it's an arrangement that I find necessary.
Now, we also found that Metro failed to accurately report a number of officers who were fired or who resigned with discipline pending. The chief told me they will look into these cases as well. And late this afternoon, we got a copy of the letter that the chief sent to Post late this afternoon, where the chief admits they've made mistakes and that they will work to fix them.
It really does sound like the agreements that these officers are getting from Metro are really allowing them to fly under the radar of the Post Commission.
They are, or at least they have been. The
Right.
Post director told me that now that we've exposed what's going on, when Metro reports these 30-day suspensions, the Post Commission will be taking a closer look at these cases.
Okay, Jennifer, thanks.